Hello and good morning, everybody. I just wanted to take advantage of the fact that I came to my swimming pool to do a little bit of grounding. I tend to do this every day because it makes me feel really good, to come here and walk a little bit barefoot now that things are quiet because, as you can see in the background, the weather is a bit cloudy. Yesterday we had a bit of rain. So these moments in which the pool is basically empty, I'm just going to show you where I am. This is a 360 of my pool. And let's see the tripod, if it holds up. There you go. Grass is not very stable. Here we go. Yeah, I thought it'd be a good occasion to share with you my thoughts on things that happened to me as a mental coach at a high performance tennis academy. So I wanted to start this video by sharing with you two questions that I've been using a lot lately to give feedback to the players I travel with to tournaments. I think it's a really good idea to base everything that you discuss afterwards um, using these two questions. The first one is, have you given your best? And the second one is, how you followed a plan. These two questions kind of like summarize very well what we want players at our academy to focus on, which is giving their 100% every time they compete, and also the part that involves um, using your strengths and analyzing the opponent's weakness to create a plan to follow to the dot when you're on court. So if we base the players' feedback on these two questions, um, it kind of like gets them into this routine of just focusing on those two things and detaching a little bit from the score, from the result, from the opponent, things that tend to be considered in sports psychology as uncontrollables. So by focusing on giving your best at all times and following a plan um, as much as possible, because obviously you got a plan, but the other guy who or the other girl who plays against you obviously is trying to impose their their approach and their strategy. So I think this kind of like brings players a lot of peace in my experience, because I've been using it for a couple months now. And I think when they have these two questions as a reference, they kind of like walk on court with a different mindset, and they come out of it not being so harsh on themselves and just basing their worth on whether they can answer affirmatively these two questions. Um, Try it out, see, because at the end of the day, these two questions basically make sure that the player focuses on things that he can control. And that's at the end of the day all we want, for them to put all their effort into the things that they can have an impact on, and not so much on things that are outside their control, like their rivals level on that day, conditions on any given day, and that kind of like gives them that peace of mind that is very, very useful to bring out their best level on competition. Especially, I'm referring to competition mostly. Try it out, as I said, and see what impact it has in the long term, because I consider it to be really useful, and it gives us all, I mean, not just me, but also other coaches, um, a pattern of kind of like giving feedback after competition. It depends a lot on also the type of player you've got and their personality and character. We need to be smart on when's the right time to kind of like sit down with them. Some players can sit down straight away after the match is over, but others need a little bit more time. So once you find the right time, asking these two questions repeatedly over and over, competition after competition, will help them um, detach, as I said, from the outcome, from results, and this kind of will help them feel free on court, and find a state of flow that's at the end of the day what makes us feel our best selves when we're competing.